Yeah, of course. I think we probably set ourselves up really in the first game with how well it went and how well we played. That all of a sudden the expectations are sky high. So look, every time a new manager comes in, you have to adapt, and you have to try and learn as a group the way that is expected for us to play. And I think we're really doing that. We're working hard in tough conditions, and the pitches were pretty tough to play that nice style of football. But hopefully back at Cardiff City will give us a good chance to do it right.
Hopefully dry out and a little bit warmer on Monday night. But Montenegro, although they're on a pretty poor run of form, they are going to be difficult to break down. Turkey took 70 minutes despite all the possession they had. That's another new challenge for you guys.
Yeah, look, I think in the games that we've started so far, where we've gone ahead early, it does force teams to change. So I'm assuming and expecting them to come out first and foremost to look to keep it tight, try not to get off to a similar start like they did last time. So yeah, it'll be tough. Turkey are full of good attacking options, and they found it difficult. But we've worked hard this short turnaround as a group to be prepared and really go at them again this time.
Joe Allen training this morning.
So let's take you live to that Wales press conference, and there he is, the main man, Craig Bellamy, the Wales head coach, speaking ahead of that Nations League game against Montenegro on Monday.
Contention for tomorrow because of various reasons.
No, we have obviously suspensions, but injury-wise, completely clean, and then we'll see. Obviously, there's still another 24 hours, but everyone trained, and that's it, really. Yeah, it's.
Not just a boring one to start off with.
No, it's a good one. It's a good because you've actually got me thinking about it as well. It's like, we come through. Yeah, we got through.
Listen, lots to learn from the Iceland game. As you always said, it's you want to see the games, you want to see how the players adapt, get them on the grass as well. But I suppose what's most pressing for tomorrow? I know you're looking for other games forward as well, but what's most pressing, the learnings from Friday that affect you for tomorrow night's game?
It's consistency in the game. I do understand it, but that's what you're pushing for a longer period, to consistently be good with the ball and be good without the ball. We've been able to put ourselves in a position in the last two games where we've been 2 goals up. Now, in that period as well, we've had 2 big opportunities in those games to make it 3. Now, playing at 2, then playing at 3, a man of your talent as a journalist would understand is a lot easier being at 3 than it is at 2. It's still, that 1 goal could definitely make a difference. And then it's, the opposition will change. So we've earned the right during those games where the opposition will change the intensity. Sometimes maybe I know people, like when I look at Iceland even then, see tactically they didn't change, they just jumped, they just become more aggressive, so their intensity rose, which a team away from home you would expect to. But are we matching that intensity with creating the angles quicker? So when the speed of press comes in, how quick is our speed of support? Because that's how it has to be. Now, if they go slow, then we can create our angles at a steadier pace. But if they start sprinting towards you, are we sprinting to create the angles? And that's what we need to gain more consistency on, recognising that. Also recognising in the game as well. It's, if we've had 4 or 5 periods of build-up and it hasn't quite gone to how we want, then we have to manage it. And do we go up the field then? Do we take the sting out of it? So not allowing opposition teams to sort of gain momentum. But I see these are quite normal, huh? And that's really what I do. We've spent, I think we've had a number of meetings since then, and it's just showing, like discipline will allow you to have good habits. good habits allow you to be consistent. And then if you're consistent, then you can grow. And we're just in that period at the moment of being consistent to allow us to really grow.
I suppose this is one when when you become a coach, you become a manager. That I don't know, it's an irritation, frustration, challenge. So I'll ask a question in terms of how disappointed, how frustrated, either way it is, to have the suspensions you've got after 3 games. Key players, you think Brennan Johnson, Jordan James. I just suppose from your point of view, is it a frustration? Is it a disappointment? What's maybe the best way to describe it when you get suspensions early on in a campaign?
Normal. Two bookings, normal. Is it you've known a different change over the last number of years?
Just the way the referees do it sometimes.
No, I've always different cultures are different. They have different ways of how they see a foul, or that's just normal. That's not how we play. Maybe we would see. We would be a little bit stricter on certain parts where some referees from different countries are not, or they're more lenient, or it's just how we see the game and what we interpret at times. But it's I see it as really normal. I do see at times it's difficult to not receive a yellow in these games. And you just have to take that and understand that's part of it. That's part of it. So it's not a problem. And that's honest truth. You expect suspensions.
Joe Allen, we talked a lot about him when you brought him back into the squad and last week as well. Not in the matchday squad for Friday. I'm just wondering, in terms of what you've been able to see with the grass, is there a potential for him to be involved in whatever way you choose tomorrow night? Has he got the legs to give you something on the pitch tomorrow if needed?
He's got the legs. It's clear he hasn't been playing football. And listen, when we talk about consistency, we have a lot of players who don't play football at this present moment. It can change. It can change in this scenario, of course. So the consistency in the game, maybe tempo dropping, maybe that has a part of it as well. I don't know. And I do know. Maybe I can make a few more changes quicker. So that's the way I'd like to look at it. But at the same time, we know the minutes he really has. We knew that from the start. But it's just, when you see a player like him in training and the habits he has, that's where we talk about, and you've heard me mention consistency a lot. It allows players to be consistent when you see how good his habits are. And if you follow suit, you understand why he's had such a great career. And that's really important. It's so, don't underestimate it. I know we're quick to want to say, well, no, it's time. Why is it time? When you can actually offer your next generation and your next group a real purpose and a real opportunity to go on and be the best they can be, because they've seen elite, and that's exactly what he brings. So hopefully he kicks the ball for me tomorrow, and even if he doesn't, he's had an incredible week for us and been really positive for us.
Just a last one.
There we go. That's Craig Bellamy speaking ahead of the Wales-Montenegro game in Cardiff tomorrow night in the Nations League. And the key word there being consistency. Wants to see more of that. 2 draws and a win so far under Craig Bellamy.